Well, welcome to Prodigal Sons Academy. I am so happy to have our guests today on episode 5. We have Sanja Noble. She has 25 years of working in the financial industry. We're so excited to have her because she is an expert. She is a credit repair specialist. She is not just one of those people out there telling you what you can do, what you can mail in to get stuff off your credit. She's actually certified by the board. So we're so excited to have her with us today. We want to hear all about her company. Just to mention, you guys, as you're watching the episode, please remember to like, share the episode, subscribe if you want to. We put out really good content that will help you, but we are all about community. So we're hoping that this episode today will help mothers and sons, family members, boyfriends and girlfriends, get together and work on credit as a community, because it's really important to have good credit. It leads you to all sorts of opportunities. It opens doors that wouldn't be open for you normally. And we're going to learn more about that from Sanja today. So welcome, Sanja. Would you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yes, my name is Sanja Noble. I am the founder of Silver Crown Credit Repair. I have been in the industry for more than 20, in the financial service industry for more than 25 years. And one thing that I pride myself on is basically teaching everybody about financing. I've been in the big boy industry for a long time, and they use all these big words all the time to make us feel like we don't understand anything. But it's very important for us to speak in layman's terms so that people understand when I'm talking what you mean. So I hope when we have our conversation today that if there's anything that I say that you want me to rephrase, just let me know. Say, hey, Sanja, can you phrase that a different way? And I'm more than happy to do that. And I'll just kind of talk about what brought me to credit repair. Part of it was I had challenges of my own, and learning about credit was one thing that sparked my interest. I am an avid learner. And so when I was learning about things and what you could do for your credit and the tricks and things that they do to keep us suppressed and doing the same thing over and over again, I started sharing the information with people, and people were intrigued. So I was able to raise my own credit. I was like, okay, I'm sharing this information. Let me see if what I know works. And so I was working with my own credit, cleaning up my credit. And through that process, everyone's like, do mine. And so that's when Silver Crown was born.
Wow, that's so awesome. So how long has Silver Crown been around?
I've been around for 2 years.
2 years. Okay, great. And how many clients would you say you've served in those 2 years?
I've had about 50 clients. I'm selective because it's a process to this, and I believe firmly in educating. So I try not to just remove stuff, because you need to learn from your mistakes. You need to learn how to repair your own credit. So I can do it for you, but I'm also teaching you what we can do and learning how to know what happens when you make certain decisions. Like if I miss a payment, how is that going to affect my credit? If I skip a payment, how does that affect my credit? If I'm how do I look best on paper in order to buy a house, right? Because a credit report is simply just your report card. That's it.
Hi, I know that you're enjoying the podcast so far, and thank you for tuning in. I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Kimberly Johnson. I am your host and CEO of Prodigal Sons Academy, where we help men become financially independent after incarceration. We also provide services for their greatest supporters, their mothers, wives, aunts, girlfriends, and sisters. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to learn more about us, you can visit our website at prodigalsonsacademy.com. Please like, share, and subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs encouragement and inspiration. Now back to the podcast.
Many of our viewers have loved ones who are incarcerated, and we are the support system, and I call them WAGs. We are the mothers, wives, aunts, girlfriends, sisters, all of us women that surround our loved ones and help and support. Okay. And so a lot of us are waiting for that day when they're coming home. And it would be wonderful if we could have them come home to a better situation than when they left.
Right.
So I know that you mentioned to me at one point that you've helped some of those gentlemen who
Yes,
are incarcerated, and
I
that is
did.
wonderful
I
that that can
did.
happen. Like, I didn't even think that that was possible. Like, I don't even know how you do it. So talk to us
Um,
about that.
yeah, so one of the biggest things is, like you said, that we're trying to make sure that they come out better than they went in. So that means preparing them, getting them educated and on everything. What happens is, number one, I commend you on your program and what you're trying to do, you're advocating for, because it's a partnership. If they are incarcerated, we want to make sure that we're building something for them. So we have to go through the same steps, but the difference is that we have to have an agreed partnership between the mother, the wife, the aunt, or whatever, and that is going to spearhead the rebuilding phase. I can look at their credit report, determine exactly if something is inaccurate, and we can remove things. But again, we have to go into the rebuilding, right? And that's when we have the partnership with their mother, daughter, sister, friend, wife, to help them to learn to rebuild. And so what'll end up happening is we can get new accounts for them that you would be using on like a monthly basis, charging a small amount on a gas card or something like that, and then paying on their behalf. But that it takes, you are the co-owner on the credit. And so you all are both rebuilding your credit at the same time, something like that.
That sounds so
And so
wonderful.
I've done that before. The young lady I did help, she actually got a little mad. She said, wait a minute, his credit is higher than mine now. Wait a minute, I'm the one who's doing the work. So what is happening? I said, that's okay. We're still working on yours. Don't worry about it. But it's just interesting, but it takes, a partnership, like I said, an agreed partnership. So then when he came out, he was able to have the credit in order to get his own apartment, and not having to rely on having somebody to sign, co-sign for him. He's able to go, once he gets his job, he's able to go and get his car, for transportation, instead of waiting after he gets out. Then he's, all of that stuff. So he's already 12 steps ahead of someone else just walking out of the door.
That's just heaven.
Yes.
Right. That's a beautiful thing. I love that you do that. It's just so liberating to
Mhm.
come out and have that to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
So for this kind of program, would you consider that like I know that you have different programs, but do you offer something for like partnerships? Like if you have a man and woman that
Yes.
want to do it
So,
together?
right. So for my program, we do offer 25% off of the next person. So the first person pays full price, and then the next person would just get 25% off of the price.
Okay. All right.
And we just have a talk, so that we understand exactly that it's the two of you all are working together.
And then the access comes through the woman who's gonna work on the behalf of her
Yes.
counterpart.
She has I've she tells me exactly what's going on, and as long as he's able to provide me with his information, we're able to move forward. So he understands. I'll get an email or something like that to know that, I'm trying to think of the letter. There was a letter that the company, that the jail provided to us to let me know. Yeah. So that's just, like I said, it's a difference when you are in my program that is combined the credit repair as well as the credit building. So once you're following these steps and you're watching everything, it's easy to bring it up, because as I'm removing, you're adding new things, and I'm sending you, we're on a program. So I'm sending you, we created the action plan where I'm sending you an email to say, okay, now I want you to go apply for this credit card. Now, okay, charge something every month, pay it off, go from there, and then we're moving to the next phase of cards. And so once you have someone holding your hand to tell you each step of the way, it's not hard to raise your scores up.
Yeah, and it really helps to have someone that's kind of like helping you along. It still requires you to be accountable and disciplined to do it because I mean,
Yeah,
you can't make the person
you
do it.
know, so I know that I'm looking like really nice and wholesome, but like if they are getting out of pocket, I will pull your car and be like, hey, look, you told me you're trying to buy a house.
Like yeah, once you committed to it, you might as well do it if you're trying to
Right.
get this goal, this thing that you want to do.
Yeah, and I think that that's why, initially we offer free 15-minute credit counseling to see exactly where you are. Some people aren't ready. Like if you're in the middle of, a life crisis, I'm about to lose that is not the time to do credit repair, right? Because you don't know what's happening and you may end up, even though you're on track right now, you may not be able to pay your bills in the next couple of months. So there's no reason for you to pay me to repair it when in 2 months you're going to default, right? Be late or something like that. So we do an assessment when we're doing a free credit counseling. I want you to get to know me, ask me any questions that you have, but I'm also just checking your temperature to see if you're ready. I'm always taking clients. I'm always willing to help. I am.
Okay.
So I do have a website that they can go to and they can take a look at. And you can schedule your free consultation at that site. It's silvercrown750.com. And they can do a free 15-minute consultation. You may just have a question, that you want answered or things like that, and want to help.
Wonderful. That is so good that you do that. I mean, that 15-minute consultation is like everything, like really
Right.
kind of gets you wrapped around what to expect, where you are, and what you can do.
Exactly. So
forward.
I'll explain the program, what we do, how we're different from other companies, and then you get to explain your situation as well, because there may be something big on there that you need me to know. It could be a fraudulent account, that you've been trying to get off, and you may need to get it off before you make your purchase of your house or your car, things like that.
Well, I think that's wonderful what you're offering to do for our clients. I mean, I feel super special. And I'm just really excited about seeing these men come out with better credit than some of us that are already out here.
Yes, and that's the key. I definitely, I wholeheartely believe I have 2 boys that are growing into young men, and I firmly believe in giving back. It's a hard road for our young men, and we just want to make sure that we're protecting them and just helping them out as much as we can.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sanja, correct?
Sanja.
I'm saying it right now.
It's fine.
So we're going to have the link below where you can start working with Sanja as soon as possible and get that 15-minute consultation, because that could change your life, like right there. And then, like she said, she's offering kind of a partnership program where you can get 25% off that second individual off of her pricing, which is a wonderful deal, especially when you think about the outcome of it. I mean, when it's all said and done, cash is not king. I'm sorry, credit is king. Like if you have good credit,
Absolutely.
you could go anywhere and do anything you want just about. So that is like a launching pad, whether you're trying to start a business, whether you're getting a house, whether you're trying to get a car, that just positions you to do so much more. I advise you guys to check out Sanja and her services. Like I said, the link will be below in the description. And, again, check her out. Check for us here again, because we will have other products and services that will serve your needs. And I think that you guys are going to win with Sanja. So check her out.
Thank you. And thanks so much for bringing me on. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you so much. I think you're a wonderful person, and I know you are genuine, and you have boys, and mothers that have boys rock, in my opinion. I have a son as well.
Absolutely.
We are special, okay?
We are, definitely.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sanja.
Bye-bye.